Here we go, we're recording. What's up, YouTube? Oh my gosh. It's been so long, hasn't it? I can't even remember. You know what? Just for old time's sake, I am going to do something on the fly here, and I'm going to check and see how long it's been since the last review. Because it's definitely been a while. Where are we here? A year ago. At least a year ago, okay? Insane. As you can see, things look a lot different. And that's because I'm now in my own spare room / office because I moved. It's pretty cool. Me and my girlfriend, we moved into her grandmother's really old house. It had been sitting empty for years, and we've been living here for a while now. Still in the process of getting the room ready. I had to re-drywall the walls, and I'm not done, obviously, as you can see. But I really wanted to do a beer review because it's been so long, and I found this beer at the store today on a whim. I was just kind of like, I want to grab a beer I never had before and do a review because it's been too long, as I've said like 3 times now. This is the Tropical Bear Hug, or Beer Hug, sorry. I meant to say it right. I meant to say, make sure you say Beer Hug, not Bear Hug, but the bear on this, it just made me say it, okay? So this is an Imperial IPA. I know I've done a lot of IPAs on this channel, but I really have come to like them. Over the course of the last year, I find myself buying IPAs more and more. The higher alcohol content is nice, but I've just come to really like the taste. I mean, my standard everyday beer is still just a regular light beer because I love the taste. And it's one of those things where it's like you get home from work and you grab a beer and you're like, you take that first sip and it's just refreshing. It's like, ah, yeah, you know? I'm sure many of you know what I mean. But this beer kind of popped out at me. I mean, the can is pretty freaking psychedelic, wouldn't you say? So this is on the higher ABV, especially being an Imperial IPA. It is 9.9% alcohol by volume from Goose Island Beer Co. I can't remember. There's been so many videos. I can't believe how many I actually stuck with for so long. I gotta get back to that. And I believe at some point I did review just the standard Goose Island IPA. It's got the big goose on it. It's a green can. So kind of going around the can here, it's funny. It's such a neat can. I gotta look at it. On the other side of it, you got the bear with the Goose Island logo. A beach vacation for your taste buds. I didn't know taste buds was one word. Maybe it is to them. Born in Chicago in 1988, so it's not even very old company. I didn't know that. So we'll get the rest of the info on BeerdedMECH as usual, because they actually got some info about it, which is cool because I hate it. You know, one of the most annoying things is when I have a beer that I'm reviewing, especially like a local beer for me, that has like no info on BeerdedMECH. It's just one of those things. Not very widely known beers tend to suffer from that problem, and I guess I could probably try to fix that by making reviews and posting pictures and giving ratings on Beer Advocate. I haven't done that yet, and I probably really should. I do have an account, so why not? But anyway, without further ado, let's go on over to BeerdedMECH and see what they have to say. I feel like I'm about to missay Beer Advocate. It's like a tongue twister, but we've been doing good so far. So here we are. Tropical Bear Hug. Beer Hug. See? I guess I'm just gonna have issues with that. So anyway, like I said, it's from Goose Island Beer Co. Illinois, U.S., more specifically Chicago, as it said on the can. An Imperial IPA with an ABV of 9.9%, with a score on Beer Advocate of 86, which is very good. And this is ranked out of a lot of people. This is, a lot of people have ranked this beer on this website. 20,875 for those of you that would like to know. The average is 3.8, which is strange. I'm not really sure how you get a 3.8 out of an 86 out of 100, but hey, there it is. There have been 64 reviews and 117 ratings. I should add mine to that list. This is a year-round beer, which is cool because I haven't really seen it before. So it was like, oh, there it is. I'm gonna have to try that. The notes: this double dry hopped double IPA, double dry hop double. Okay, grabs you with a big tropical beer hug, not bear. Bursting with hops and more hops. Notes of mango, pineapple, peach, and citrus are followed up with dark pine notes. Like a bear hug, but from a beer. Ha ha. Too funny. So, this is already getting long. I tend to ramble, as you know. And a lot of things have been happening and a lot of things have changed since I've last done a beer review, and I feel like maybe y'all need a little bit of an explanation. I don't know. Maybe some of you don't want to know. Some of you don't care. You just want to get to the beer, and you're like, come on, hurry up. I'm going to fast forward this video. That's fine. Do what you will. We got the Boston Bruins pint glass. I got a Boston Bruins hoodie on because, yes, I'm from New England. I'm sorry. Is what it is. And very fitting because there's a bear hug, beer hug on the can. Okay. So here we go. Popping that bad boy open. You know what? I think I've been saying for a while, I don't know if I told you yet, the proper way to actually pour a beer is not from the side like this to get no suds. No, you're supposed to do this. And you get a ton of suds. And you know why? It's because when you try to eat something or if you move around too quickly or something like that, all these suds that I just created end up being suds in your belly. And then you get gassy and bloaty, and nobody wants that. I will say, however, nobody wants to wait for the suds to go down before you can take a sip, though. I mean, you can take a sip if you want to, but you're going to end up with a sudsy mustache. I already have a mustache, so I get a double mustache. Whatever. That's just a little tidbit that I heard, and I've been doing it ever since. Trying to be patient with my beer to let these, the suds, go down so that I do not have that in my belly when I decide to eat, whenever that is. So, let's get on to the smell, shall we? Enough rambling. Hey, I get a smell of flowers. What is that? Okay. This is not at all what I expected, but it smells like earthy dandelions. What are we doing here, Goose Island Beer Co? It smells like freaking dandelions. I don't know why. Okay, well, let's keep filling the glass as we go. That's a lot of suds. Okay, I get a little bit of hops. The citrus, of course, is there because it's an IPA. And I get freaking dandelions. Earthy dandelions. I don't know why. Anyway, for the sake of the review and for time, because I know your time is very precious, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a sip, even with the head here in the way. As you can see, you know, you get at least a 2.5, 3 finger head here, mostly because of the rough pour. But if this was a light beer, if this was a Budweiser or something like that, this would be down already. I can assure you that. So, without further ado, I mean, I'm just going to go for it. Cheers, you guys. You can't see it, but I can feel it. Suds on the mustache. It almost has like an earthy taste to it too. It's very odd, but it's not bad, especially if you like hops. Okay, like they said in the notes, bursting with hops, and more hops. There's definitely hops. Maybe that's where some of the earthiness is coming from. This is very unrelated, but I once saw, I think it was a commercial for Samuel Adams, and the CEO said something about going into the brewery or smelling the hops, and he's like, you just get this wonderful aroma of flowers, and that's what I get from this beer. I get flowers. Now, obviously, I just said, dandelions is what it smells like to me. Obviously, that's not a flower, but hey, I digress. It looks like one, doesn't it? I mean, come on. I need to make some room here to be able to swirl this beer and get a better smell out of it. So, let's go. Okay, so they're claiming that you're getting mango, pineapple, peach, and citrus, followed up with dark pine notes. Okay, there it is. I forgot. I read the damn thing and I already forgot. Dark pine notes, yes. Flowers, trees. Okay, yes, that's where that is. The dark pine notes. That makes sense now. Absolutely. Dark pine notes, hops. Let's see if we can find some of that mango, pineapple, and peach, and citrus. The citrus is there. It's gonna have citrus either way. It's an IPA. I mean, come on. I don't know if I blame my taste buds or the beer or what, but I'm definitely not getting any mango or pineapple or peach. Maybe you mix them all together, you can't really distinguish them from each other, but I don't know. Anyway, so would I call it a bad beer? No, I wouldn't. I mean, you know what? I never even showed you what it looked like. Like it matters, really. It's clear. Kind of a yellowish color. It actually, if I didn't already know what I was reviewing, which that would be weird, I'd say this is a Budweiser with a little bit of head that's sticking around, which wouldn't usually happen. But let's be honest. Oh, sorry. Very sudsy, very citrusy, very hoppy, very earthy. That is for dang sure. It is good as far as IPAs go, and further than that, as far as Imperial IPAs go, I do enjoy a nice high ABV Imperial IPA. At first, it kind of reminded me of the Voodoo Ranger crap. I think I'll be able to remember this because I've had so many of them. Juice Force IPA from Voodoo Ranger. It almost reminded me of that for a minute, but it's far gone now. It's earthy. The pine notes definitely come through. The hops are very prevalent. If you're not into hops, you're gonna have to work up to this one. That's fine. I had to as well. And I don't really get the mango, the pineapple, and the peach. I don't really get that. I definitely get the citrus though. So overall, I guess if you want an earthy, hoppy beer, and it just happens to be, IPAs happen to be a thing that you're into, you're going to get a lot of hops and a lot of citrus. I'd recommend it. It's good. And you know what? It's also going to get you where you want to be as far as the alcohol scale, because the 9.9, that's up there. I mean, my favorite IPA right now is the aforementioned Juice Force IPA from Voodoo Ranger, and that is a 9.5. I don't even think I've reviewed it. That deserves a review. That's a very good IPA. It is just on another level. Amazing. And thankfully in my area, it's pretty plentiful. So I agree with the 86 out of 100. I would give it probably like, I don't think I've ever scored beers on this channel, but I would give it probably a solid 8. It's not my favorite, but it does the job, and it is tasty. It doesn't taste bad. So, this has been a rambling video, as you can see, and things are very different, and I'm going to be working on getting things put together and doing reviews on a more regular schedule. We're at 15, almost 16 minutes. It's been a long video. I'm sorry. Those of you that want to get straight to it, I failed you. But anyway, that's going to happen when you go this long without doing a review. You end up talking too much. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I know it's been a while. I'm sorry. But it's 2023, and it's a new year to get back into the beer reviews, and I am really hoping I can provide that, and I'm very excited to try even more new beers because there's so many out there I still need to try. Oh, it's crazy. Anyways, thank you for watching. Take care, and we'll catch you next time. Cheers.